Hello everyone, my name is Mayank Verma. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be talking about the importance of executive presence at the workplace, especially in strategy and consulting role. I'll be discussing about strategy and consulting roles as I am pursuing an MBA in strategy and consulting. So basically, in consulting firms, professionals are not only evaluated on their knowledge or analysis, but also how they communicate, how they behave with clients, how confidently they present ideas. This overall professional impact is known as executive presence. So now, what is executive presence? Executive presence means the way a professional appears, speaks, and behaves in a workplace setting. In simple words, it is more about how clearly you communicate your ideas, how confident and composed you look while speaking, how professionally you handle discussion and pressure. In consulting roles, executive presence is really important because consultants regularly interact with clients, senior managers, business leaders. Even a junior consultant is expected to speak clearly, think logically, and behave professionally. That expectations come from executive presence. So now we'll be discussing why executive presence is critical in consulting and strategy. In consulting and strategy roles, professionals often present their ideas or recommendation to clients, explain complex data in simpler terms, participate in high level meetings. If a consultant lacks executive presence, even with strong analysis may not be accepted. Clients usually trust consultants who speak confidently, stay calm under questioning, communicate ideas in a well structured manner. Therefore, executive presence helps consultants gain credibility even early in their careers. Now I'll be discussing about a workplace example, basically consulting scenario only. Let me explain this with a consulting related example. Imagine a consulting team presenting a cost reduction strategy to a client. One consultant who explains the solution clearly, use simple language, maintains eye contact and confidently answers their question, and explaining everything they ask in a very structured manner, not a clutter of things, but in a very structured way. Now, there's another consultant who knows the data well, but he speaks nervously, avoids eye contact, and struggles to explain the logic behind their idea. Now, even if the both worked on the same analysis, the first consultant will appear more capable. Why? The difference is not knowledge; it is the executive presence the first consultant shown. In consulting, perception matters a lot because clients judge both ideas as well people. Now I'll be discussing about the impacts of executive presence. There are many impacts I will be sharing. Impacts on professional image. Executive presence strongly shapes a consultant's professional image. Consultants are expected to look confident, well prepared, professional. Small things like body language, tone of voice, clarity of speech creates a very strong impression on the client. A strong executive presence makes others see you as a dependable and competent person. Now, I'll be discussing about the impact on communication and confidence. In strategy and consulting, communication is as important as the analysis. Executive presence helps professionals speak clearly in the meetings, present idea in a structured way, handle tough questions calmly, and the and reduce nervousness. This overall improves the confidence and reduce nervousness and anxiety, especially during client interaction and presentation. Now I'll be discussing about impact on leadership perception. In consulting firms, leadership potential is identified really early. People with strong executive presence are often seen as future team leaders, client facing professionals, problem solvers who can handle pressure. Managers prefer assigning tasks to people who can represent the firm professionally. Now, the impact on career growth. As we already discussed, managers tend to go for that consultant who are working well, speaking confidently, and everything. So, executive presence plays a direct role in their career growth. In consulting and strategy roles, the promotion depend not only performance but also on the client feedback which you have done, communication skills, your professional behavior. Strong executive presence increases opportunity for faster promotions, leadership roles, and high visibility projects. So now, how students can start building executive presence. As a student preparing for consulting and strategic careers, we can start building executive presence by practicing clear and confident speaking, improve body language and posture, preparing before presentations, observing how senior professionals communicate. Activities like video assignments, presentations helps us become more aware of our communication style. So basically, to conclude, executive presence is a critical skill in consulting and strategy roles. It helps professionals build trust, communicate effectively, and grow into leadership positions. While technical skills helps us enter the industry, executive presence helps us succeed and grow. With regular practice and self-improvement, executive presence can be developed by anyone. Thanks for watching this video.